Hello, everybody. Today is week 24 of our 24-week curriculum, and it's a fun topic. I'll go ahead and share my screen. And here we go. We're going to talk about some slam bidding tools, particularly something called 1430. And it's often called a key card ask, and you'll see what that's all about. So where are we? Week 24. And then next week, we'll return to the beginning and we'll start talking about declare play again. And we'll spend 7 weeks on that, 4 weeks on defense, and then we'll dive into the swamp of bidding again. For the topic we're going to talk about today, it'll be fairly familiar to some of you, but to others, it may be pretty new. So if it's pretty new, just go with the flow and it'll make more sense the second time you hear it. So here's motivation for asking about key cards. This is an actual hand that Dana and I played. Imagine you're holding this hand, really interesting looking hand, and then you're shocked when partner opens one spade. And you've got at least an 11 card fit, and look at the heart suit and the two singletons. You're going to take a ton of tricks. So you're trying to figure out what suit do you want to play in and how high. Clearly you want to play in spades, but the question is how high? Certainly game, maybe slam. So let's think about these four cards, the King of Trumps and the aces of hearts, diamonds, and clubs. If partner has all four of those, we're going to make seven spades. We've got 11 spades. Even if they have two to the queen, when we play the ace king, the queen's gone. And we've got the ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds. If partner runs out, if hearts don't break perfectly for us, we can still rough one in partner's hand. So we'll make seven spades. If partner has three of them, we're going to make six spades. We'll lose the ace, or maybe if we're missing the king of spades, we might still be able to finesse it or it drops, but we'll certainly make six. And if she has two of them, we'll make five. And one of them, I guess, we'll only make four. So from our perspective, all that matters in bidding this hand is how many of these cards partner has. And today we're going to learn how to ask that question. Side comment, playing a slam is often easy, but it's nerve-wracking. It's easy because you don't bid slam unless you've got a lot of really good stuff. So let's look at a couple of examples. Six Hearts by West. Okay, let's count losers because it's a suit contract from the perspective of West. No spade losers, no heart losers, no diamond losers, one club loser. In fact, if they don't take their ace of clubs right away, you will call trumps, you'll play 4 rounds of diamonds, and you'll throw away your losing jack of clubs. So you're going to take 12 tricks or 13 tricks, 100% certainty, no fuss, no muss. Here's another one, Six Spades by West. And you can tell these are images. They're hands that Dana and I actually played. Let's count losers. No losers in spades from the West perspective. No losers in hearts. Yeah, we have one diamond loser, the king, and one club loser. But once we call trump, we can take the ace king of clubs and ruff a club, and then we can finesse a diamond. We'll lead a jack of diamonds for a finesse, hoping the king is here in south. And we're certainly going to make 12 tricks. And if the diamond finesse works, we're going to make 13 tricks. Why do we feel that it's nerve-wracking? Well, it feels like high stakes, and this is the best analog I could come up with. Baseball player, middle of the season, pitch comes in, they rip it down the line for a double. Bottom of the ninth, World Series, you're feeling pressure, high stakes. This poor guy, look at the ball and look at where his tongue is. Same guy potentially. And you're not used to it. And the example that I think of is back in the day when I was in a staff meeting, I was always comfortable saying anything, but I vividly remember going to a school board meeting that was focused on do kids have too much homework? And I stood up to say something, I could feel my heart racing and so on. So it's nerve-wracking because it's high stakes and not used to it. My counsel is if you're declarer in a slam, first thing is remind yourself it's probably easier to play than a typical one no trump contract. Slams in general. Bidding and making six is called a small slam, and there's a big scoring bonus. Beating and making seven is called a grand slam, and there's a huge scoring bonus. Making six no trump, the guidelines say you need about 33 high card points. Seven no trump, you need about 37 high card points. Think of these as slams that are based on pure power. They're pretty rare. Most of the times when you make a slam, it's because you have a good long running suit that provides a bunch of tricks. Slam in a suit is much more common. We'll look at this later, but it requires good trumps. It requires a source of tricks, often the trump suit, sometimes a long running side suit, and it requires controls. Controls are things like aces and kings and the king of trump. You need to be sure that the opponents can't take two easy tricks. And today we'll focus on a method for diagnosing whether or not whether or not you're at risk of losing a couple of quick tricks. So let's think of the example that we used before, but we're going to generalize it a bit. Key cards in a suit contract. There are 5 cards particularly important to making slam in a suit. The 4 aces and the king of trump. You really want to have at least 4 of those, ideally all 5 of those cards, and we're going to call them key cards. Here's an example. Partner opens 1 spade. You look at your hand, you know spades are going to be trump, and this is the hand that you hold. Well, if partner holds all 5 of those cards, the ace, king of spades, the ace of hearts, and the other 2 aces, you're going to make 7 spades. In fact, you're going to make 7 no trump because you're going to get all these tricks in the heart suit. If partner has 4 key cards, well, now you're missing an ace, so you're going to lose a trick. Or maybe you're missing the king of spades. You can try a finesse, but it'll be 50-50. And if partner has 3 key cards, you don't want to be in slam because you're going to lose 2 aces, or maybe the ace, king of spades, or maybe an ace and lose a finesse for the king of spades. So this is the idea and the motivation. We want to know how many key cards partner has. And today we're going to learn how to ask. The method that we're going to use is generally known as 1430. Technically, it's called Roman key card Blackwood with 1430 responses. Many of you may have learned Blackwood back in the day, which was a way to ask for aces, and it's been generalized to include the king of trumps. So another example, suppose you hold this crazy hand and partner opens a spade. You immediately know that you want to be in spades, and depending on how many aces partner has, if partner has 4 aces, you'll make 7, 3 aces, you'll make 6, 2 aces, you want to stop below slam because you can only take 11 tricks. So partner opens a spade, and here's what we're going to do. You're thinking, gosh, partner opened, we probably have slam in the spade suit. A sudden jump to 4 no trump says, partner, please tell me how many key cards you hold. Partner's going to respond as follows. With 1 or 4 of the key cards, partner will bid 5 clubs. So partner will look at her hand, count how many key cards she has, the aces and the king of trump, and if she has 1 or 4, she'll bid 5 clubs. If she has 3 or 0, she'll bid 5 diamonds. This is the root of the mnemonic 1430, or some people say 1430. I think 1430 is easier. We'll look at some more examples. So you're going to jump to 4 no trump. Let's imagine, and you're asking how many key cards do you have with spades as trump? So it's the spade king that we're interested in. Suppose partner says 5 diamonds. Well, we know that means they have 3 or 0 key cards. Well, gosh, if she had 0 key cards, she probably wouldn't have had an opening bid. So we're sure she has 3 key cards, she has 3 aces, and we're confident that we're going to make 6 spades, bid 6 spades, and this hand will be super easy to play. There are a couple of other things that partner might say. If partner has exactly 2 key cards without the queen of trump, she bids 5 hearts. And if she has exactly 2 key cards with the queen of trump, she bids 5 spades. So super informative information from partner when we ask, how many key cards do you have? Let's look at another example. You're sitting here with 17 high card points, planning to open 1 no trump. Much to your surprise, partner opens a heart. So what are you thinking? Wow, partner opened and we have a heart fit. We have at least game. Maybe we have more. Let me start slow and just see what else she has to say. So I'm going to bid two clubs. I'm promising a club suit and at least 10 high card points, and that's forcing because my hand is unlimited. Suppose partner bids two hearts. What's partner saying? Well, I have at least six hearts. I'm not strong enough to jump to three, so I'm limited to about 16 points or so. Um, but gosh, this hand smells like slam. We're going to get six heart tricks for sure. Seven, eight. This hand smells like slam. So I'm going to ask key cards. All that matters is the key cards and the queen of hearts. I bid four no trump. Sudden jump to four no trump says, hey, partner, tell me how many key cards you have. And partner will use 1430. So let's suppose partner says five spades. Clubs was 14, diamonds was 30, hearts was two without the queen, and spades is two with the queen. So now I have a picture of partner's hand. She's got the queen of hearts. She's got a couple of aces. I think we're going to make slam. Good shot at making six. I'm just going to bid six hearts. So this is how it works in action. Another example. Let's imagine this is partner's hand. Gosh, what a great slam. We're going to take six heart tricks, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and a spade trick is 12. Or if you want to count losers, one spade loser, no heart losers. Yeah, they might break 4-0, but that's life. And we have one club loser in the West hand, but we can throw it away on the good queen of diamonds. Lovely slam hand. We only have 30 high card points, but we're going to make a slam because of the lovely long heart suit and the quality of the kings and queens. Sometimes, though, you have to stop short of slam. Partner opens a club. What do we do with this hand? 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 high card points. We know we're going to game. We just don't know where. So we start slow by describing our hand. One spade. Now, all that says is I have at least four spades, at least six high card points. Partner surprisingly jumps to four spades. So now we know we have a spade fit, and we only promised six. So for partner to jump to four, partner knows we have 25. That means partner has at least 19 support points for our spades. And what did we count? 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 14. 14 and 19 is 33. We're definitely in the slam zone. So I'm going to jump to four no trump. I'm going to bid four no trump. It's not a jump this time, but it's a sudden bid of four no trump. Partner, suppose partner says five diamonds. Remember, clubs is 1, 4, diamonds is 3, 0. Gosh, she bids so strongly, it can't be 0. So she's got three key cards. Maybe she has three aces, missing the ace, king of spades. Maybe she has two aces and the king of spades, missing two aces. This is not sounding so good. Rats. We're missing two key cards, so we'll stop short of slam. We'll just stop at five spades. If she had shown another key card, we would have bid 6. If he's shown all five key cards, we would have bid 7. And here's partner's hand, beautiful hand. And if we could just get in, we could take, a bunch of club tricks and spade tricks, but we're missing the two red aces. And notice that responders 5 diamonds said 3 key cards turned out to be the ace king of trump and this other ace, 3 key cards. So a really good book on slam bidding is called Slam Bidding Made Easier by Marty Bergen. He writes for kind of intermediate players, not beginner players. It's a wonderful book. And the key thing here is he's talking about how to bid good slams and how to avoid bad ones. And the purpose of 1430, as we saw on the prior page, was to avoid bad slams. We found out we're missing 2 key cards. Uh-oh, we got to stop, even though it looked like we had enough points to bid a slam. And it also helps us bid good slams. You'll learn to smell a slam. What do I mean by that? Suppose partner opens a heart. I'm going to show you two different hands. Here's one, and here's the other. Which of these hands smell like you're going to make a slam? Well, let's give partner this minimum opener. 12 high card points, one for length, nice heart suit. And let's see what would happen if that hand is opposite the two different hands above. The hand on the left, let's see. We have one club loser, and it looks like we might have one spade loser, but we have all these diamond tricks. We can throw away the losing spades. If you look at the hand from East's point of view, usually we count losers from the long hand, but sometimes it's easier to count from the other side. I count one club loser, and I count one spade loser, but I'm going to take all these diamond tricks and I'm going to throw away the spades from opener's hand, and I'll ruff this one little spade over there. We're going to make six hearts all day long. What about this one on the right? Ugh, maybe we're going to make three no trump. We have one spade winner, two hearts, another pair of aces. That's five. Gee, we can try a finesse in spades, we have finesse opportunities. We'll probably make three no, but look at how remarkably different they are, even though each of the hands has 16 high card points. Suit slams rely on a good trump suit, which we have on the left, a source of tricks. In this case, we're going to get a ton of tricks in the diamond suit after we call trumps. Another way to look at this hand is if they don't take a club right away, we're going to take five hearts and seven diamonds is 12 and the ace of spades is 13 tricks. And we have what are called controls to stop the opponents from taking too many tricks. They can't take any spade tricks immediately because we have the ace of spades. And then we're going to dump our spade losers. And if they start taking club tricks, they can only take one because this hand is going to run out of clubs. Trump, source of tricks, and good controls in all the suits. Over here, you don't have a trump fit. You don't have any long suit that's a source of tricks. You make three no, probably. So anyway, over time, you'll learn how to look at your hand and just kind of smell, hey, I think we have a slam. Two cautions about 1430. People learn a tool like 1430 and they want to roll it out all the time. Anytime you're thinking about slam, you want to test with 1430. Well, it's not foolproof. Don't use 1430 if you have a small doubleton in a side suit, unless partner has bid that suit or showed a control, an ace or a king. Well, what do I mean by this? Let's look at this pair of hands. Beautiful, beautiful hands. Heck, you've got all the honors in every suit except hearts. You've got 33 high card points. It looks like you got six spade tricks, you got five club tricks, you have three heart tricks, you have more tricks than there are cards in your hand. But you're missing the ace king of hearts. If either of these people get excited and start using 1430, they're going to find out they're missing only one key card and they have the queen of trump, which is great, but the opponents can take the first two tricks in hearts. So don't use 1430 when you have a small doubleton in a side suit. And yeah, queen X is small when we're talking about trying to make a slam, trying to talk about not losing two tricks. Another time you don't want to use 1430 is if you have a void. So for example, partner, somehow you guys have reached agreement on spades as a trump suit, and this is your terrific hand. If you bid for no trump asking for key cards, partner's going to tell you somewhere between 1 and 4 aces. And suppose partner says she has 2. Well, you don't know which ones they are. If it's the ace of spades and the ace of hearts, then you're going to lose the club and diamond aces. If, on the other hand, it's maybe the club and diamond aces, now you're going to make a slam. or the spade and diamond aces make a slam. The problem is if you use 1430 when you have a void, you won't know how to process and employ the information that partner gives you. The way to really learn this is you'll use 1430 sometime in one of these situations. You'll bid a slam that feels great. You'll go down, and then you'll say, oh, yeah, there's some cautions about it. Question that often comes up when you bid for no trump, which suit is trump? Remember, you're asking about the four aces and the king of trump, and also sometimes you get information about the queen of trump. But which suit is it? Usually it's just obvious. It's an agreed on suit. One club, one spade, two spades, you've agreed on spades. For no trump is asking key cards with spades as trump. One club, one diamond, one heart, four hearts, for no trump. You've clearly agreed on hearts. For no trump is asking about key cards with hearts as the trump suit. One heart, three hearts, for no trump, clearly hearts. The limit raise showed 11 or 12 points with four card support. I love that bid. And the key card ask is asking with hearts as the trump suit. If it's not obvious, then it's the most recently bid suit. That's the best agreement. So for example, one of the early ones I showed, opener bid a spade and responder jumped to four no trumps. Responder is implicitly agreeing on spades and asking how many key cards do you have? One club, one heart, four no trump. Sudden jump doesn't make any sense. Oh, must be agreeing on the last bid suit. Club, diamond, heart, four no trump. Clearly agreeing on hearts, the last bid suit. When you don't already have an agreement on trump, when you jump to four no trump, you're saying, hey, partner, we are agreeing on the suit that you just bid. 10% to remember, suit slams often depend on aces and the king of trump. We call those the five key cards. A jump to four no trump, or I guess even a bid of four no trump, if it's a club, a spade, four spades, four no trump. A bid of four no trump asks, how many key cards do you have? How do you respond? With one or four, you bid five clubs. With three or zero, you bid five diamonds. That's the mnemonic 1430. If you have two key cards without the queen of trump, you bid five hearts. With the queen of trump, you bid five spades. You're almost never going to have all five key cards because partner's not really going to have a good enough hand to ask. If partner does ask and you have all five, pretend you have two. And don't bid 1430 with a small doubleton or a void. Does it take time to really incorporate all this into your memory? Yes. Dana and I used to play what was called traditional Blackwood that my parents taught me. Then we learned about 1430 and we put it into our repertoire. And I think the very first time that we employed it, she gave the correct answer. I misunderstood it, and I put us in a 7-level contract missing the ace of trump. So it'll happen, and that's how you learn, is by having little boo-boos like that. Here's another 2%. A power slam requires about 33 high card points to make 6 no trump or 37 for 7. There are no guarantees. Dana and I once bid 6 no trump with 35 high card points, and the way the missing queens and jacks lay, there was no way to make the contract. Very rare to have this many high card points. Remember, she who knows goes, or invites if you need partner to decide. If you're looking at the possibility of a power slam, just do the arithmetic. Example, partner opens 1 no trump, showing 15 to 17 balanced, and you have this hand. 4, 8, 10, 15, 18 high card points. You have 33 to 35 total. Just go ahead and bid 6 no trump. Typically a power slam, you bid it by blasting there. 1 no, 6 no, that sort of thing. Today we'll go to the coaches' rooms. There's some good best e-bridge exercises. Caution, some of them you should skip because best e-bridge also uses what's called the Gerber convention to ask aces in certain situations. I will give an explanation of Gerber when I do the appendix. The appendix to this week includes a lot of information, a lot of added on information that didn't fit in the presentation. So if you're curious, I encourage you to watch it. So thank you very much. See you next time.